I don't know, other people living in the area. Bear with us. We're gathering you here to our broadcast. We hope a number of you goodly number will see this and want to participate and want to cooperate. You don't recognize how easy it is God has made for you to save the world, and yet with what great intensity certain members of my family community are making their resistance. They seem to have to get proof. I believe that my family needs proof, and God will give them proof. God is going to give them proof this week. I think that a lot of families in this society in North America are going to see their children troubled this week, as well as their elders, as well as the middle class, middle-aged people. That all three generations are going to be reflecting the imbalance that is occurring in this culture. It is an imbalance toward yang. It is a deficiency of yin. What do I mean by yin? Particularly connection, and particularly connection, and particularly connection among women kin. That is the great, huge, enormous vacuum that is occurring in this society. And women keep pretending that they're busy, but what is really going on is that they are in a deep state of confusion, despair, and inversion. And what would normally be their instincts toward connection are almost non-existent. They're not showing any interest in one another. They're competitive with each other. envious of each other, afraid of one another, disdainful of one another, on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year habit of ignoring what women say about the importance of women. This isn't all women. Many women are striving for connection and sisterhood right now. But there's a larger minority for whom it is a superficial thing, and it is not done in a circle, and it is not done with intensity, and it is also not describing the need for parity and decision making. And all of those lapses of women are causing the problem. And why is it occurring? Because men have lapsed that way for thousands of years, and women have learned the habit from them. That's the real reason. Now let's do our ceremony, our Reall ceremony of the family community of love, light, and light of the New Millennial Golden Rule, which we do in this marvelous, miraculous place in virtual space-time.
And then she said she couldn't be the maid for everybody. She felt so pressure. That's when she came back and started to spell the minutes with the brother son. Her whole love was to have her children there. She didn't try to so empty just to get along, have enough to eat. She was careful, very careful. And there was a sister, Clara.
So let us do our Reall ceremony, which you can read about at 5050now.wordpress.com. I honor my precious family, your precious family. We are all related, but I know mine and my family community best, and I honor them, but they dishonor one another. They dishonor themselves. They are dishonoring themselves. You've seen me do this ceremony many times. My family community is quite well aware that it's occurring, and they're all dishonoring themselves and dishonoring their world. They're dishonoring their mother, father, goddess, God, and they're dishonoring their children. And as long as this goes on with my family is a unique family. And as long as this goes on with this family, I tell you, your world is in danger. This family is too important to be playing these games. I'm going to make the line open for them for connection. And for all of you, it's 641-715-3580, access code 773342. Okay, we're on that line, and we're doing this in honor of you all, and you know who you are especially. But my intercession is not enough. You're going to find that out. Even though I partake of you, I am not enough. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers in water. Hugs and love for all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers in water. Hugs and love for all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. And we'll say, Namaste, Bitakuya Oyasin, Mitakuya Kosevirall, Kongs on Pax, Ko on Pax culture, we are Pax culture, peace culture. Bahava, l'chaim, shalom, salam, salam, shalom. Tubesk, sedlerek, tubesk. Merci, schlanzavag, ciao, tschüss, ubuntu, buenos dias, mir pace, and cheerio and good day, and many, many more. If I've forgotten any, you include them. And we say love and live eternally young and prosper everyone and all. And again, we say, and let me just say with that, and we say, let me put it this way, this needs to be first, really. The light is on in all our hearts, and we say, love and live and prosper, love and live eternally young, longest, and prosper everyone and all, as Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severaz, Equinox, True Jews. And again, the light is on in all our hearts, and we say, and we have marvelous, miraculous, body blooming flowers and water with us. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. And now we'll say, and love and live eternally young, longest, and prosper everyone and all, as Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severaz, Equinox, True Qs. Both positions are fine. We'll drink the milk of human kindness for all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible, especially celebrating the 2 to 3 years breastfeeding for every holy baby girl and holy baby boy on cue, honoring their mothers as goddesses, and all their Shekinah as goddesses, and all their Shekinah and Hekina, past, present, and future, the family community, as Equinox True Qs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severaz, the milk of human kindness throughout human life. That is connection. Connection is a great deal of kindness, and we have to make connection with one another in our own important family and community. And we say love and live, and we say we'll celebrate and we'll drink for all, both in each and every one, representing all, both in each and every one, on behalf of all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. As Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severaz, Equinox, True Qs. And we'll celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, and we'll drink the water of loving, living, enlightened planets, enlightened by the new millennial golden rule, as we'll reclaim and sustain our planet Earth and all our Earths to be, all our planets, past, present, and future, as Equinox True Qs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severaz. I like to do this at a certain synchronicity, so as best I can. It's a little fuzzy. That's okay. Fuzzy time. We'll celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days. We'll celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days together, past, present, future, starting with our equinox springs and equinox golden autumnal springs, the reciprocal in the northern and southern hemispheres, all these holy days, and then all the entire circle of all of these. Past, present, future is Equinox True Qs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severaz, starting with our Shekinahs and our young Shekinahs and Hekinahs, past, present, future, as Equinox True Qs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severaz, first go first. And we'll celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days, past, present, future, as Equinox True Q's Co-Secretary General's Co-SZT. And we'll start fresh. We'll pick parity paradisal, past, present, future, as our way of our planet Earth and all our planets, past, present, future, as Equinox True Q's Co-Secretary General's Co-SZT. And we'll say no to planetocidal patriarchy. We'll say no, no more patriarchy. We don't recognize patriarchal governments. We don't recognize patriarchal economic systems. We don't recognize patriarchal organizational processes. We don't recognize females adopting patriarchy as their method. We don't recognize any of that. We recognize parity culture, past, present, future, peace culture, as the paradise for this and all our planets, heavens on earths, Elysian fields, and gardens of Edens everywhere, on this and all our planets, past, present, and future, as Equinox True Q's Co-Secretary General's Co-SZT. And we'll say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all the blessings and all the greetings of all the heritages of our earth and our earths in all the languages, past, present, future, as Equinox True Q's Co-Secretary General's Co-SZT. And we'll say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all the blessings and all the greetings and all the languages of all the heritages of our earth and our earths, past, present, future, as Equinox True Q's Co-Secretary General's Co-SZT. And now we'll do our musical medley, showing you how you can come to our website at 5050now.wordpress.com and learn everything you know to save your world. The most important sections of the website are the New Millennial Golden Rule, the 5 pillars of change, of planet change, the 11 steps, and the under the Solar Marshall Plan, the kitty skits, the time travel kitty skits. Also, we have a representative Congress already formed of people who know that they do represent this world, and that is women from all continents, and our young women, Shekinahs, and all our youth and females and males aged 37 and younger, who are willing to understand that we must have parity culture and not patriarchal culture if we are to survive as a planet. And if any human being is to reach their full apotheosis, their given divinity of human genius, both females and males. Okay, and so let us just to put on our musical medley, and we'll enjoy that with you.
People need to see what I've seen. They need to see.
These are the spiritual as much as physical voyages of the Co-Federation Solar Sun-R Starship Planet Earth, restored to heaven on our and every earth, as our spiritual, genealogical,
my family will come to see
universal
what I've
Voyager
seen.
and shared her and his
All my family
enterprise.
shall
Our
be
new millennial year's mission
Equinox Tricuse, Co-Secretary General CSZT. They are already poetesses and poets,
And all are in fact
artists,
new worlds of family
healers,
community, of the
musicians,
tree of love, life, and light throughout
and
the solar
anthropologists.
system and universe,
Kin,
to restore,
Shekinah and
renew,
Yekina first go first,
and sustain
sociologists,
our
psychologists,
life
teachers, but
and
also
unsustainable
biologists and astronomers who know it all as a circle,
and now rebalance
and joined as a circle as Co-Secretary General CSZT.
providing genealogically and boldly become and be space-time travelers whenever and where we have in dimensional reality, all in part being before, if also never been before, in alternative space timelines that are circles, which are of the universal EQ, IQ, and SQ continuum, balance, combinations of the ever-expanding circle which spirals and grows, budding and blooming in space-time. Love and live enlightened, ever young, long, and prosper all, both in each and every one. Engage your heart, mind, soul, and body, for we all, both in each, and each both in all, can, must, and marvelously and miraculously make it so. Kongs, Pox, and land all.
Pax culture.
on this
Close.
earth and all planets,
Cousins, cousines and
connected
cousins.
and reconnected.
Cousines and cousins, sister cousines and brother cousins is what we are on this planet. When we wake up, we'll figure it out.
She's risen from the nativity of God. She is risen from the fires of the earth. She is risen. She is risen.
We are risen.
She's risen. She's risen.
We are risen.
We all are risen via my intercession and your forming the circles of Co-Secretary Generals Kosyavaraz Equinox 2Qs.
महालक्ष्मी मृडप्रिया महारूपा महापूज्या महापातकनाशिनी महामाया महासत्त्वा महाशक्ति महारथी महाभोगा महेश्वर्या महावीर्या महाबला महाबुद्धि महासिद्धि महायोगेश्वरेश्वरी महातंत्र महामंत्र महायंत्र महासना महायागक्रमाराध्या ओम महाभैरवपूजिता महेश्वर महाकल्पक महातांडव साक्षिणी महादावेशमतिथि महात्रिपुरसुन्दरी चतुष्षष्टि उपचाराढ्या चतुष्षष्टि कलामयी महाचतुष्षष्टि कोटि योगिनी गणसेविता
all alone.
Just a smile like one of us. Just a stranger of us.
Celestial event. No. Not once. Other people need to see what I've seen. They need to see.
My family will come to see what I've seen. I hope they do it in this incarnation and don't have to have a billion more before they get to this marvelous, miraculous moment again. This is all about choosing parity and not patriarchy. This is about Atlantis risen. We are poetesses and poets. We are artisans, artists, healers, musicians. We are anthropologists. We are teachers. We are educators. We are social psychologists, psychologists, economists, and teachers. We are biologists and astronomers. But most important of all, we are Shekinah and Hekina, of kindness, of connection, of a family tree that is reunited through me by my intercession and your coming to the circles as co-secretary generals, co-severas, equinox true cues. This is the delivered code of the new millennia.
This day I call the heavens and the earths as witnesses intercessorily for and hopefully and prayerfully not against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose love and life with light, so that you and your children may live. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not our new millennial law. Kongs Pax Atlantis all risen. On this earth and all planets,
Pax culture.
circles,
We are
connected,
cousins and cousins, sister cousins and brother cousins in sisterhood and brotherhood risen.
Maybe May sunflower, or pure Peter Blackbird. This is Anna Marie singing Christmas, and I am Cherokee Sapphire Blackfoot and how to block it. And I am also a French, English, and German. That means we are all related. We embrace the new millennial golden rule. That's the law of Alltimate, of the sacred ground that is Mother Earth, and all the planets of all the universes.
Now, what does all this mean? This means that you need to read 5050now.wordpress.com. You need to read the New Millennial Golden Rule and see how simple it is to transform and save our planet. You need to read the 11 steps, which are a slightly enlarged effective action plan for implementation of the New Millennial Golden Rule. And you need to read under the area of the Solar Marshall Plan, the Kitty's Kits, to get an idea of what and how easy it is, to save this planet. Why are you having trouble? Because you're following Papa. You miss Papa. You want Papa. You need Papa. All you have to do is say, Papa, you're on sabbatical. Where's step begin? The women and the youths, females and males. Now, my family has a genealogical heritage that makes it most appropriate for us to step in. But you're all related to us. Everyone on earth is related to Miriam of Magdala and Jesus of Nazareth. Everyone on earth is related to Queen Esther and Ahasuerus. Everyone on earth is related to Radha and Krishna. Everyone on earth is related to the loving goddess and gods of Ubuntu, the Bonobo goddess and goddesses of gods. We all are. Even the Kurgans in the former Soviet Union are. Even those in my family are. But the tendencies, the genetic predispositions, and the personal psychological orientations either come together or they don't. You either recognize you have a million billion mothers who didn't have any say-so on anything, and that was a problem, or you don't. If you think it's okay that adult women have nothing to say about nothing, except, oh, please don't hit me, then you have the hell that you have. Well, I won't call it hell. Hell is a word from Germanic language, and it actually means light. It just shows you how patriarchy screws things up. You have the horrors that you already are having on this planet. You have sick people. You have dumbed down people. You have sociopathic, illegitimate, so-called leadership, animal farm leadership. You have Big Brother. Instead of all equal sisters and brothers, you have Big Brother, an enabling sister, co-opted enabling sister. There's a lot of those in North America, which is why the North American culture is sinking. We have a lot of women in the North American culture who are father identified. They are not balanced. I'm not saying they're both mother and father identified. No, they're purely father identified. Simply. They don't include an identification with their mothers. Why? They thought their mothers were victims, or maybe in childhood their mothers disappointed them in certain ways and they hold it against her. So they don't like to include her, and they don't even like to include people who they think are like their, i.e. mostly females. But they'll include themselves because they think of themselves as a man in a dress. They think of themselves as daddy's special pet that gets to be like him and throwing all the rest of the women down. And they're throwing their children down right with them. This is the irony. There is a certain good about women identifying with men to some extent, to give them agency and assertiveness, but you can carry it too far. And in our culture, in the North America, where we have no family leave, we've carried it a little bit far. Would you say? Anyway, we'll let you look at all of this. And remember to come back here for additional broadcasts. And we will have our hearings continuing as well. Our court, in this sense of the word, and more importantly, we want it to be in this sense of the word. And right now, the mothers are so busy standing in the way of each other and their children. This is not forming, but it is in my heart, and I form it for you. And I'm acting intercessory for you, but I don't know that God will consider that enough. So come and make your happy court, your courtyard of sister cousinhood and brother cousinhood that works for this and all our planets, past, present, future, as Equinox, True Qs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Savior Raz.